And I'm live. Ugh, okay. I have been told time and time again not to talk about politics because it's very divisive and just stay away. Stay away from politics. Don't talk politics. It's not the best thing for you to do, Rosalind, and I've been doing really good, right? Like, if you're watching this and you know me, you know I have been doing really good about not talking about politics. But today I have something to say, and I have to get this off my chest. Like, I have to, and I feel like I should have a disclaimer, but I've just been doing really good. You guys know, if you've been following me for more than the last 6 months, the last year, you know I can get into some politics. And today is MLK Day, so I said I was not going to say anything, but then I was like, yes, I have to say something because I can't be one of those people that don't say anything. And lately, really, I've just been kind of like tunnel vision, focusing on sharing hope, health, and happiness. And if I have shared hope, health, and happiness with you up until this point, show me some love. I see a lot of you on here watching that I have shared some hope, health, and happiness, and I've stayed clear of politics for a while now, up until today. So I have to say this, but if I have shared hope, health, happiness with you, show me some love. Let me know in the comments what it was. If it was hope, if it was a message of hope, if it was a message of health, or if it was something that I made you laugh, because I feel like laughter is a form of medicine. So if I've done any of that for you, before I get into this politics, you show me some love and you remember that I have shared those things with you. So you guys have to give me a pass today and just let me kind of, I guess, how should I say this, vent, right? So don't even start with me. So MLK was a great man, and I wish that I wish that when it comes to this, I feel like he was a great man. I wish that I had it in me, or maybe one day I'll be mature and I'll have it in me to be able to be that person that if someone is like persecuting me, if someone is being like malicious towards me, if someone is attacking me, for me to just kind of like let it go, let it slide. I hope that one day I grow up to be that person like he was. But I don't think I could do it. Like, honestly, I really don't think I could I don't think, like, right now I'm telling you guys I have tunnel vision. I'm focusing on hope, health, and happiness, but I don't think that I could have had that kind of strength to just say, you know what, I'm going to remain nonviolent. I'm just going to continue through this and be very positive and just don't worry about what people are saying to me and just kind of like let it fall on the wayside, steer clear of the drama and just focus. I don't think that I would be able to do that. So that's why he's better than me in that regard. But there's something that he said that I don't hear a lot of people talk about, and it's not brought up, but it's a big issue for me, and it's a big topic for me as a black woman. And I might lose some of you guys here because you're going to be like, I can't relate. I'm not a black woman, so I can't relate. So if I start seeing the numbers drop of viewers watching, that's fine, because this message might not be for you because you're not a black woman. But it's for me, and it was on my heart to say, so I'm going to go ahead and share. There was a quote that he said, and it involved healthcare. So most people don't think about Martin Luther King when it comes to healthcare, but he spoke about injustice and inequality and all those things, and there's those things in healthcare. So the quote, and I have it written down: of all the forms of inequality, injustice in healthcare is the most shocking and inhumane. So do you hear that? Of all the forms of inequality, injustice in healthcare is the most shocking and inhumane. So this is why I said that you might not be able to relate to this. This might not be for you, because you might not be someone that feel that there's any injustice or any inequality in healthcare. You might feel like healthcare is perfectly fine, you're good. But those were his words. And for me, like I said, I've been remaining tunnel vision. So that's the quote of his that I could capture and share with you guys. And especially me, I'm writing a book, and it's about my experience with birth. And I don't know if you have been seeing the statistics with Black women during childbirth, how a lot of them are losing their lives. And it's just, sometimes it's simple things that are just being overlooked, that are like a mixed calculation or timing. So for me, when he talks about the inequality in healthcare, that being the most shocking and most inhumane, it sits with me, because I feel like sometimes we don't get proper access to healthcare. We don't get the right information. We are not given the tools to be able to focus on preventative care, as opposed to like recovery care, or as opposed to like emergency care. I don't feel, and like I said, you might not be able to relate. And if you cannot relate, and that's okay with me, because not everything that I say is going to be relatable for everyone. So this is the opportunity that I'm going to take. Well, some people are not going to agree with this, and some people are going to watch this and it's going to resonate with them. But as a Black woman, I have to say that I feel that sometimes we do not get proper access to care. We don't get the right information, and we're just kind of like thrown to the side. And hello, thank you for tuning in. We're just thrown to the side and overlooked, and just a number. And that, like, I feel, I've talked to my mentors about this. I've talked to my coach about this. I've talked to business partners about this. For me, as a Black woman, I feel like if I gather any piece of information, I need to share it with people. So if I feel like there's this thing going on in healthcare, I feel like I have to say, hey, you know what? This is what's going on, because I don't feel as if we get all the information. So if I find something, it's not just for me. Like, if I go to school and I learn all this stuff and I gather all this knowledge, I'm not gathering it for me. I'm gathering it for people that look like me. Yeah, take it personal. Yes, I said it. I'm gathering it for people that look like me, that walk like me, that talk like me, that have the same obstacles like me, because you can't forget about home. You can't forget about where you come from. You can't forget about like the struggles that you've been through. So that is a big thing for me. I want to be that person that bridges that gap between the access that we have to healthcare, the access that we have to information, and all that stuff. So if I find out something that we could use, as opposed to be like that ambulance when it comes to our health, for us to be more proactive about our health, I'm going to be like, hey, sister girl. I'm going to be like, hey, girlfriend. I'm going to be like, listen, I found out this piece of information and I'm finding it very valuable. You can take it, but I don't want to be that person to say that, okay, you know what? She knew about it and she did not share. Well, I'm going to share. I'm going to be that person. So with all the quotes that I see floating around about inequality, injustice, about human rights, this is the right to healthcare is a human right. The right to equal healthcare, the right and access to the same treatments, the same preventions, is something that should be afforded to all of us. All of us should be able to have access to these things. All of us should be able to have that knowledge, have someone advocating for us, have someone say that, you know what, informed consent. You do not have to just say yes to everything that your doctor tells you. You don't have to say, yes, I agree, yes, give me that medication. You have the right to ask for equal, and you have the right to ask for complementary alternative healthcare. You have the right to weigh your options. You don't have to just say that, oh, you know what, I'm like, I don't have this, or my doctor told me, so I just have to take this. I think all women should be afforded that right. Black women, any women of color, any woman, period. And I'm speaking to women right now, and guys might not be able to relate, and I'm okay with that. If you can't relate, if this video is not for you. But when I think about the politics of healthcare, I'm thinking about me. Like, if I didn't know the things that I know right now, would I be here? Like, honestly, would I even be here? Because I made the conscious choice during all my pregnancies, but especially during my last pregnancy, to work with someone that was a dynamic midwife. And she knew, even when I was being a little like rebellious, like I wanted things to be able to be picture perfect or to be done right, or I wanted to be able to take a picture of my placenta. She knew that at a certain point during the birth process that, Rosalind, you were losing too much blood. We needed to do something. So when I'm reading and seeing all these stories of women losing their lives because they didn't get to the hospital in time, or they were in a hospital and their doctors didn't care for them in time, and I'm seeing these numbers are more prevalent in women of color. So I'm like, okay, so we are not getting equal access to healthcare. We're not getting the same information. So of course I feel some type of way. So those are the politics. Those are the things that, when I see this quote, it resonates with me, and I had to come on here and share. I had to talk to you all about it. I could have just kind of like let it go to the wayside and just say, you know what? I'm not going to share an MLK quote. I'm not going to do it. I'm not talking about it because they told me to stay away from politics, because I don't want to open the door to politics. I don't want to have to start talking politics. But these were words that he said, and I'll read them again. Of all the forms of inequality, injustice in healthcare is the most shocking and inhumane. So if we want to stop for a minute and not even think about women, just think about the information that you've gathered in your life about healthcare. Do you feel comfortable with everything that you've gathered? Like, do you feel comfortable with all the advice that you've given? How many family members have been given advice, have been put on medication, and that they just stayed on medication forever, and there was no like preventative care, there was only emergency care, or there was only like palliative care, where it's just kind of like put a band-aid on it and the symptoms still manifest inside. So that's the message that I wanted to share. I want to be able to help bridge that gap between the inequalities, the injustices in healthcare, because as Dr. King said, that's the most inhumane. So that's what I was here to share with you all. If you caught me live, comment. I'm here. I want to hear your feedback on this, because it's a different type of message that I'm sharing. If you're catching the replay, I'll meet you in the comment section. I do want to hear what you guys think about that particular quote. Have you heard it before? Have you not heard it before? Do you feel that healthcare is perfectly fine? There are no inequalities. All is well with the world. We just continue to live and love, and everything is fine. If you live in that bubble and you feel like that, I want to hear about it. I want to know, like, where are you at? Because I want to be in that place where your world is perfect, and there's no inequality, there's no injustice, especially in healthcare. Well, that's the message that I wanted to share with you guys. I'm here in the RV. I'm actually in my bedroom. So that's that. As always, reward yourself every day by making healthy lifestyle choices. And I'll see you all in the comment section. Bye.